Hello, welcome to Friends Black Metal. Today's band is called Dysylumn, and this one is of peculiar case. Nice packaging done by Xenol Rex, which has not only released a CD or two, but 3 different CDs in one nice looking package. So this 4-fold package includes basically one album put into 3 different parts, 4 layers, one including information and cover, and then you have some nice imagery and tracks separated into 3 parts. As you can see, each of these CDs have 3 actual tracks and either an intro, interlude, or outro. These are not listed obviously here, but well, they each have 4 tracks, which then again just kind of emphasizes the meaning of 3 here. And obviously what you have a cover is some kind of an inverted triangle with a vortex in it. Now, to be honest, I kind of like the label and artist point of view, separating these 3 different CDs on different, different discs. But the overall thing here is, these are all less than 30 minutes, 26, 25, 29 minutes or so. They could have been on one CD. And the trick here is now this. Obviously, this kind of packaging is going to cost you a little bit more. Now, the question is it really worth it? I mean, you have these 12 tracks separated on 3 different discs, which means the price is some maybe 10 euros higher than without it versus the typical one. It looks sweet and it looks nice, but the question remains, is it for the artist who just wants to see and listen to their own music on 3 different discs, or for the audience who is ready to spend their money for this kind of a release? I don't know. I'm not going to answer it for you. You have to decide for yourself. Now, the thing here with this 2-man French black metal band is that it's not of typical style. I wouldn't go as far as to say it's progressive black death metal, because really the black metal parts are not that dominant that I would call it black death. I would just say it's black metal with a little bit of a death metal wink here and there, mostly being the kind of a growlier vocal parts, but it's definitely more black metal, more so in the modern ways, which could be just described as progressive. I mean, after all, who wants to be dividing factor between the first, second, and third wave? I usually do it, and maybe I would put this in the so-called third wave of a black metal box, but I mean, it depends from which angle you want to take a look at it. Now, as said, these discs definitely have 4 tracks each, and on this digital version, obviously, you have them all listed right here. If you take a look, however, this 3 CD box, as you might have noticed, it's also on 3 vinyls and 3 tapes. It looks like this. And as such, it's kind of a sweet that all these different parts are put, separately. But let's be honest about it. From a listener point of view, it's not that different. Now, the first and second disc are pretty much the same style. I mean, the certain kind of a melodies, lots of repetition, and the kind of a modern third wave thing is very much present here. So these 2 albums are very much consistent in style, and in my opinion, the better part of this whole release. The third one is more dissonant, reminding me more of Icelandic black metal, and definitely more into third wave of black metal. And as such, it just happens to be the weakest one of them all. So while this is not a bad one, it's definitely less good than the first 2 ones. I would maybe go as far as to say the first one is the best. It has the more kind of a captivating melodies, I guess. And in general, it feels like it's the most intact of them all. The most captivating, if you will. And the further we go, the decline starts deeper and deeper. And as such, I would say without the disc 3, this would be a little bit better. But it's a matter of opinion. Now, production-wise, this is pretty decent, but nothing out of ordinary. I mean, you have the kind of a clear and crisp sound, which then again supports these melodies, which is essential in the kind of a music this is trying to be. And the growly vocals. Now, this is a tough cookie. For death metal point of view, they are kind of a mediocre growly vocals. Very monotone, not much variety. But from a black metal perspective, you might actually like the fact that it's not your typical raspy vocals, but something different. So obviously it depends from which angle you're taking a look at it. I think the vocals could be a lot better, but still, they are definitely doing their job just okay. I'm not going to complain about it. I think that they could just be a lot better. Like the songwriting and compositions on the disc 3. Now, overall, Dysylumn is, in my opinion, quite an interesting band, but this album feels way too much to be swallowed at one go. And it doesn't really change if you listen to them separately as I did, because after all these discs have quite lengthy tracks, which is, in my opinion, way too much given the quality of compositions. There's like too much repetition. So, having them a little bit more compact would have probably worked better for the whole band and the album, but obviously that's just my opinion on the album, and I know that from a guitar player or the one who creates composition, things are a little bit different, obviously. Anyway, definitely worth taking a shot. It's not a bad album by no means, it's quite decent, quite good at some points, but still missing some magic to be really called great. Definitely worth taking a look at, and in case you prefer physical format, tape, CD and vinyl on 3 discs or 3 tapes. So definitely an interesting looking package that could really be the kind of a nice looking gem in your record collection. Give it a listen and let me know how you liked. Thank you for watching. Take care. Bye bye.